हेलो एवरीवन, वेलकम बैक टू माय यूट्यूब चैनल जर्मन गीक। और आज हम स्टार्ट करेंगे लेसन 31, जहां हम सिर्फ एक वर्ब के बारे में बात करेंगे। तो क्या है वो वर्ब? लेट्स गेट स्टार्टेड विद दैट वन वर्ब। सो A1 lesson 31, that one verb is möchten, जिसका मतलब है would like to. Now, what are the learning objectives? We would see modal verb möchten and its position, möchten, its usage and conjugation, and then we will have a little exercise to practice what we have learned. So let's get started. Now let's look at the two sentences. Ich möchte Lehrerin werden. I would like to be a teacher. Petra möchte in Paris studieren. Petra would like to study in Paris. Now, as you could see, these sentences have two verbs each. Ich möchte Lehrerin werden. The two verbs are möchten and werden in the first sentence. And möchten and studieren in the second sentence. So, modal verb replaces the other verb. So, möchten here in both the sentences, möchten is the modal verb that gets conjugated and it is at position 2. Werden and studieren, the other verbs in both the sentences, are Hauptverb. So, that means the main verb. Where is the positioning? At the end of the sentence. ये सेंटेंस के एंड में जाता है. ओके, वैडन और स्टूडियरिन दो मेन वर्ब हुआ जो सेंटेंस के एंड में जाता है एंड वो कॉन्जुगेट नहीं होता है. इट विल गो एट द एंड ऑफ द सेंटेंस एंड इट इज़ नॉट कॉन्जुगेटेड. ओके, you have to remember that when you use möchten in sentence, it comes at a second position and the other verb goes at the end of a sentence. This is the rule of using Modalverben. We will be doing more such modal verbs, but möchten is one modal verb that you should be knowing at this stage. Okay, now let's move on. Here is an example of how we can bring parts of a sentence in one sentence. So the words are bestellen, möchten, Petra, eine Cola. So this is kind of a jumble sentences. Now how do you put this together in one correct sentence structure? Petra, which is the subject, möchte eine Cola bestellen. Petra wants to order a Coca-Cola. Cola is a short form that we use in German for Coca-Cola. So möchten is again a modal verb which is conjugated and which is at the second position. The positioning of the verbs in German are very important. So Petra, möchten is a modal verb that gets conjugated. It comes at second position, and bestellen is the verb which is the main verb and it goes at the end. Now let's see what happens with questions. Let's look at the first question, which is a W-Fragen. Was möchtest du essen? What would you like to eat? Now in this case again möchten is at the second position. It is conjugated and the other verb, the main verb, is at the end and it is not conjugated. Now let's look at another kind of question, which is a Ja-Nein-Frage, yes no question. Möchtest du in der Bibliothek gehen? Would you like to go to the library? Now in Ja-Nein-Fragen, the verb comes at the first position. So here the modal verb möchten will be at the first position and it will be conjugated and the main verb will go at the end. So Now, let's take another sentence. Ich möchte eine Pizza. I would like a pizza. The article of pizza is the pizza. Now here you could see there is no verb at the end of the sentence. Okay, there is no verb at the end of the sentence. There is no verb. Now this is why there is no verb. So far whatever sentences we have seen, there are two verbs, modal verbs and the main verbs. So modal verbs at the second position, it gets conjugated, and the main verb goes at the end and it is not conjugated. Now why is there no verb at the end of the sentence? Because just the use of möchten with pizza gives you the meaning of the sentence. Hence möchten becomes the main verb in the sentence. Ich möchte eine Pizza. I would like a pizza. You don't require another verb in this sentence because the meaning is already being conveyed to you that you would like a pizza. Let's see in what context do we use möchten. What are the usage of möchten? What are the contexts? What are the different scenarios where we use möchten? The most common use of möchten is when you are expressing a wish. Okay, so wish ko what do we say in German? Wunsch. The article of Arzt is there. Ich möchte Arzt werden. I would like to be a doctor. So here it is your wish to become a doctor. Ich möchte Arzt werden. I would like to be a doctor. With the second use of möchten is when you are ordering something. Etwas bestellen, to order something. Ich möchte eine Pizza bestellen. I would like to order a pizza. Here in this sentence you could either use bestellen or you could also skip using bestellen. Ich möchte eine Pizza. I would like a pizza, or I would like to order a pizza. So the article for pizza is the. So the second use where you use möchten is when you are ordering something. Now, the third use of möchten is when you are buying something. Etwas einkaufen. Ich möchte Äpfel kaufen. I would like to buy apples. Apfel, the plural form is Äpfel and the article is the. So again, if you see here, möchten is at the second position, it is conjugated, and the main verb kaufen is at the end of the sentence and it is not conjugated. So ich möchte Äpfel kaufen. I would like to buy apples. Now let's see how are they conjugated. How is möchten conjugated? Because conjugation is one of the most important thing in German. We conjugate verbs. Yes. So let's see how is möchten conjugated. Now, ich möchte, du möchtest, sie möchten, sie es möchte, wir möchten, ihr möchtet, sie möchten und sie möchten. So if you see here, if you notice, modal verb for ich and ses are same. You would notice this more as we do more modal verb, but for now we are doing the modal verb möchten, and if you see the conjugation for ich and ses are same. Ich möchte, ses möchte. So I hope you have understood so far. So let's look at a small exercise. Let's do a small exercise and test what we have learned just now. So the first sentence is wir blank in the USA fliegen. What would be the correct sentence here? Wir möchten in the USA. So the correct verb, the correct conjugation of möchten would be möchten only. Wir möchten in die USA fliegen. Now, the second sentence is blank eine Pizza. What would be the correct conjugation here? The correct conjugation here would be möchte eine Pizza. Möchte eine Pizza. The third sentence is blank ihr mitkommen. What would be the correct answer for this? The correct answer for this would be möchtet. The correct answer would be möchtet ihr mitkommen. Now the fourth sentence is ich blank Pilot werden. Ich blank Pilot werden. What would be the correct answer? The correct answer would be ich möchte Pilot werden. Now the last sentence is Ja-Nein Fragen. It's a Ja-Nein Fragen. So the last sentence is blank Sie etwas bestellen. What would be the correct answer here? The correct answer here is möchten. Möchten Sie etwas bestellen? So I hope you have understood the modal verb möchten, what is the usage, how do we position it in a sentence, how is it conjugated. And if you have watched this video till the end, if you have understood what I've just explained, then do give me a thumbs up, like, share and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video with the next topic. Till then, bye.